And welcome back to Balancing Unhinged. Today we have a very special episode because it is sadly the final episode of season 2. But on the bright side, we have a special guest today named John Kersey. He is the fastest around because he's with CrossCountry Mortgage, and I just met him last week at a special event where he made it into my insides because he got me some lunch and he taught me about bridge loans. But that's not all there is to Mr. John Kersey. He's going to tell us all about himself. John, welcome.
Hey, thank you. An honor to be here. And with CrossCountry Mortgage, I've been in the mortgage business since 2018. So it's been a great career, 8 years in the business so far, and had the good fortune of helping over 800 families buy a home here in Northeast Florida. So it's been a great career so far.
Fantastic. And when I met you, it seemed like you were from somewhere else in Florida, like South Florida, but you're actually from Northeast Florida too, and you live right in
No, I'm originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Oh, okay. That's what I heard then. Okay.
Yep. So originally from Virginia and grew up there, and then I went to Flagler College in St. Augustine in 2009, and I just fell in love with, the warmth and the palm trees and didn't want to be cold. It's too cold in Virginia in the wintertime. I can't do it. So, just wanted to make a career here and not leave the Florida sun.
Yeah. Wait, so you went there in 2009. So you're in like your early 30s?
Yeah, I'm 35.
Okay. Because you have a young family too?
I do, yep. So I have Jagger, he's 4, and then Bodie, he's 15 months old.
You name him after the Jags?
Yeah. My wife honestly just thought the name Jagger was cool, and I just ran with it, So people are like Mick Jagger, I guess so, from the Rolling Stones. But he's awesome. We love our boys. They're wild beach kids. So
fun. Now, do you do surfing or anything?
Yes, I grew up surfing and traveled a lot of the world to go surf, and that's my passion and love doing it still to this day. And Florida has great waves, so I'm able to surf a lot when I'm not working, so it's great.
We were touching a little bit earlier on travel. Have you been to Bali?
Been to Bali, been to the Mentawais of Indonesia, which is like in the surf world, the Disney World for surfers. So been there quite a few times, and going in 2027 again with some friends. So just love the Asian culture, the culture there. The food is awesome. And I know you do yoga. I do yoga on occasion, which is a big yoga area, which is what we were talking about. And it's a really good place to surf, and it's something I want to do forever. So
that's so cool. I haven't gotten into surfing yet, but I think I'm going to go try my first lesson very soon. And I think I'll do pretty good. I mean, I can stand on one foot, my balance is really good, and whatever. So I use these chairs to put all this stuff up.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty pretty technical there.
Yeah.
So you'd crush it with surfing. And Alex Opone is really good here locally if you want to.
Is he at the surf station? Where's he at?
So he has his own little surf shop. I think it's on St. Augustine Beach, the Surf Stop, I think it's called.
Okay.
And I can send you his number, and he's great. And he's also a realtor, and we work together a lot too. But he has a great, can do one-on-ones and get you surfing within the hour, I bet.
Yay! I'll be like,
yeah.
That'll be my brain the whole time. It'll be like, so fun. So, are you teaching your sons how to surf and everything like that too?
I'm not pushing it.
No?
Yeah, they, he's only 4, and, he's just into, like, building sandcastles on the beach and, like, digging holes and,
that's
like, kicking balls.
That'd be a little bit advanced.
But I'm going to put him in, Alec does, like, a micro Groms camp for 4 to 5-year-olds, so I'm going to put him in that this summer. And I think coming from an outside source versus me, like, forcing it. But he's ridden a couple waves with me. I kind of bribe him with popsicles to get him out there.
You have to pay the price sometimes with the kids. I have a 9-year-old son myself, actually, also.
Okay.
And he plays soccer, baseball, and flag football, and he doesn't like tackle.
Okay.
But, we're trying to see what sticks and whatever. My daughter is 11, and she does ice skating and aerial dance, hence the hanging things.
Wow.
Silk.
How do you do ice skating in North Florida?
Jacksonville has the community igloo, so we go there we're going there today at 6:45 every Tuesday, and actually we literally on Tuesday I have to go to aerial dance from 5 to 6 here in St. Augustine, and at 5:55 I try to get her out as soon as possible and then drive up to the 645 class in Jacksonville. So I just like pray to God that there's no traffic. And I usually drive around 90 miles an hour, but nobody gets in front of me. They move out of the way. They move out of the minivan coming through.
Right. Steer clear. Mama on the loose.
For real. I'm like, we try to get there. We just get there as soon as possible. And I can't even tell you what time we usually get there. I just like pray. Right. Honestly. So
that's neat.
Yeah, she loves the ice skating. And it is a really nice reprieve to walk into a giant refrigerator. Especially at my age, I just turned 40. So you got the perimenopause thing going on. Like sometimes feeling a little bit hot than I should.
Right. Yeah, it's like a little cryotherapy for you.
Yeah, it's really nice. It is nice. So, but yeah, so I was going to ask you, do you run cross country? Do you have to run cross country to work at CrossCountry Mortgage? Because at first you guys like sounded like you guys were all like runners. And I was like, I used to run cross country.
Oh, really?
So I was like, wait, do they all?
I love that. There's many things you haven't tried. It seems like you seem to
I've tried everything.
Yeah, that's great.
Except for LSD. Right. I've not tried that. But if you're holding,
there you go. Right. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so no, I think I'm not sure the intentions behind the name. I think we're in all 50 states, so maybe that means just cross country. But we're the number one direct lender in the country, so service all 50 states and do close to $50 billion in production. Like 1 out of 34 people who buy a home use cross country.
So maybe one of the things that you guys were talking about, it sounded like you can do them really fast. You have
that's the one service we offer our realtor partners is the ability to close quick, because sellers oftentimes, really need their money fast. They could be moved out of the house and are hemorrhaging mortgage payments every month on an empty home. So it's a great value proposition for an agent to give their buyer as a negotiating tool to be able to close quickly. So we offer as fast as 15-day closing. So if it's a home that's been sitting, you can get a better price or better terms. Or if you're competing up against a cash offer or maybe, a 50, 60% down offer, you can compete and win in a multiple offer situation by offering a faster close, because it's most of the time a lot more attractive than a 30 or 45-day close, for example. So.
Yeah, totally. I thought that was really cool, actually, because I don't think I've talked to a lot of mortgage people, actually, but none of them really kind of advertised that. So, I never really heard from anybody that was like, oh, yeah, we could totally, try to get it, even just saying, maybe we could try. So I was like, I love doing everything faster.
Right, it's the best.
What is the fastest way we could do any of this?
And it's not just a one-off thing. We instruct them to do that on every single offer.
Yeah, so that's good.
We follow our seven elements of a winning offer, our offer process, and it goes through those fast contingency periods, and we've have the system fully laid out to where it's successful every time, which is nice.
Yeah. All right, so enough work talk. What else do you do for fun? You like to go surfing, you like to travel. You're going back to Indonesia.
Yeah.
That's wicked cool.
So we're excited about that, me and my friends. And then, when I'm not working, my wife and 2 boys and I are just hanging at the beach and, trying to eat healthy. We're super into eating the right foods and, having good diet. And we ride our e-bikes. We have Murph electric bikes, and we ride them all around the beach and stuff. And
we're good on the beach.
Yeah, I have big thick tires on mine. My wife's got the girl bike with the thin tires, so they don't go as good. But I ride mine with it has a seat on the back for the kids, so they ride on the back, and it's too much fun. Do you have any of those?
We just got e-scooters for the kids, but we're not close enough to the beach to have beach stuff. And then even when we moved here, before we bought this house, we lived on the beach in an Airbnb home, 4-bedroom house on the beach. It was the 3rd building away from the beach. And they had all this stuff that was in the garage and stuff. But I guess I'm not into riding bikes, honestly. So I had a bicycle and it got stolen out of my garage here.
Oh no.
Which is messed up.
Bummer.
I know. And it had a flat tire. But honestly, it had a flat tire.
Someone came in and grabbed it?
Dude, somebody came and took my flat tire bike. Rude. Yeah.
Just from having the garage open?
I know. And my garage door is open all the time. So I was even telling the kids, and I was like, well, now we've got the e-scooters, we might have to lock up the e-scooters in the garage. Friggin' insane. Oh my God. And that was when I first moved here. I never had a problem. And then even this bike I bought off of Facebook for my husband, but he rides it to the park.
That's a cool one.
Dude,
like old school bike.
You want to hear it's hilarious? So I was like, look what I found, this bike. It's a vintage 1978, just like you.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a
Just like
1978,
you.
and that's him.
Matches you
So,
perfectly.
I was like, if somebody steals this bike, I'm going to be really mad because you're not going to find very many other bikes like that. And we didn't do anything to it. It was like that. So I was like,
It looks like a fast one.
it's, I don't know, but yeah, it's okay. You put this basket on the front of it, so it really, like, I think pushes one of those wheel thingies down, the wheel covers.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever. I'm not a bicologist. Honestly, I realized that I am not a bicologist because one time I literally applied to work as a sales associate in a high-end bike shop. And I was answering all these questions about bicycles, and I was like, don't give a shit. I don't care. You know? And I was like, wow, I don't think I could sell a high-end bike because I really don't care. I was like,
Right.
Just go buy one on Facebook. Why are you in here spending $1,000 on an e-bike? I don't get it. Just go buy one, steal one from the guy down the street that stole mine last week. Just kidding, but not really. But you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm a little bit sour on bikes. So I would love to get an e-bike, but I'd be terrified it would get stolen or something. Right?
You have to, I gotta
All
change.
these
I got like a
things-
nice lock that you gotta have one.
You know?
It's key.
Yeah.
It stinks that it has to be like that, but you can't trust.
I went on a rant about a week ago on my YouTube channel live when I was supposed to be talking about HOAs. But what had happened was I was in Nocatee, and they have one of the nicest places around, right? Guess what happened? So we were at my soccer game for my son, and I had just gotten both my kids smartwatches with T-Mobile where they can make phone calls and stuff like that. On Thursday, they got them. This week it had happened. It was Thursday, they just got the watches. Sunday, we go to a soccer game, and my daughter took the watch off somewhere, somehow, and lost it at the soccer game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got GPS tracking, right? So you can see it on the map inside someone's house in Nocatee. I have your address. I know where you live. And my husband knocked on your door, and you said you didn't have it. Thank you so much. It's still there. Or you put it in the trash, but now it's dead. Isn't that great? And now it's on a 2-year plan.
My gosh, I'm so sorry. That's
Dude.
terrible. I feel like it's not too hard to be a good Samaritan and just say it's in the mailbox, you know?
I'm like, oh no, lie to me. Fucking lie to me. I don't give a shit. Oh no, we found it. I thought it was mine. Great. It's not. Get over it. I'm over it. It's fine. Just give it back. It's fine. I drive an hour round trip to come here, back to get this stupid thing, and now you're not going to give it back. Great. Thanks a lot, whatever your name is. I could look you up, but you know what? My dad doesn't let me carry a gun.
There you go.
Because I'm a really good shot. And you know where I learned that? Virginia Beach.
Oh, no way.
In Norfolk, Virginia. I went to Norfolk, Virginia when I was 16 for ROTC.
Oh, wow.
Practice for a week. And I came in third my first time. Martha. That's not your real name, probably. Anyways, so if I see you, you're lucky I don't know what you look like. When people make me mad, I forget what their face looks like.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to accidentally punch them right in the throat next time I see them. I'm a yogic person.
At the core. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martha's got some problems. She's keeping Apple AirTags, you know, it's sad.
For real. Keep it, dude. Insane. And it's like, somebody was like, oh, maybe it's not in that house. I'm like, no. You can see the squares of the other houses that are separate from that square.
Right.
And you can see where in the house it's located. I'm like, it's right. Like I could stand outside the wall. It's here.
Right.
People.
Yeah.
People be peopling.
Right.
People be peopling all day long. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to Bali, do you bring your own surfboard or
we bring,
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got to have your own good equipment.
Good equipment, yeah. I mean, in Bali, they sell a lot of really good surfboards. So in theory, you could bring an empty bag and buy boards there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because Bali's like the surfer's paradise of the world. It's wild. It's filled with all these beautiful Australian and Indonesian and just people from all over, backpackers and yogis.
I was surprised
it's
how
really
many
neat.
Australians were in Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, over there it's a lot less of a travel for them.
Yeah, I guess like us going to the Caribbean. It's like I'm like
exactly it.
Like my husband always wants to go to the Caribbean, and I'm like that's fun and stuff. But, I like Asia.
Asia's the best, and the food is so good, and it's cheap over there too.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the craziest lunch with a smoothie, a latte, a bottle of water, and the best, most healthiest meal, and it's $8 for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, this is not real.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so, yeah.
I'm we had a bungalow on the beach for $30 a night,
Right, in Thailand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to go there.
On the water, so. And then we ended up we would walk up the beach, and there was a beach resort. And if you just ordered a drink or a lunch or something, you could like lounge on one of their lounge beds like all day long. And they like, so then we ended up making friends with a guy from Indonesia, I think he was from Indonesia, and he was like the server there. And I was like, oh, so you moved from Indonesia to Thailand? Okay. It was Koh Samui, so it was fun. But anyways, yeah, that was interesting. I was like, inter-Asia moving confuses me a little bit. I'm like, man, it's so nice over here. Why would you leave?
I had a friend I grew up surfing with in Virginia Beach, and he moved out to Bali. He's still out there. He's not even working. He's just like living the dream. And I'm like, I don't know how you did this, but I know he invested a lot in cryptocurrencies and stuff, and I think did well with that. But he's surfing every day. I'm jealous. It's nice to be able to travel, but we're pretty happy here in Florida. Lots to do.
Yeah. And St. Johns County is getting you, right? So you're in Duval right now. You're going to come down to St. John's.
That's it. Yep.
Vilano Beach.
That's right.
You're going to enjoy that traffic.
I'm hoping to stay away from downtown as much as we can, but we like to go out to eat down there, and maybe we'll venture on the e-bikes and swerve through the traffic from Vilano. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to do that trek with the kids on the bikes, but we'll see.
That is such a gorgeous bridge. I love that bridge. That's a nice area. Really nice area. So. Because I think that they take horses sometimes up on Vilano Beach. So maybe sometime you'll see some people taking horse rides and stuff like that. They charter horses or whatever. They bring them out there, and then they do photos with the horses and the horse rides. It's kind of a little more country living, which I'm all about. There's no street lights in Vilano and stuff like that, so we're pretty excited. Yeah. It's a nice place. It is a nice place.
I need the quiet with these two boys. They're very wild.
Yeah.
They run like crazy, and just cars scare me at this stage of my parenthood.
For real. So we actually, before I lived in this house, which is in a nice neighborhood, whatever, but we lived in Massachusetts, and we had like a dead end street, and we were like at the dead end.
Oh, that's nice.
And it was almost like shaped like an F, if you will. So there was like the main road that goes in that way, and then two dead end streets that way. And we were like way in the back over here. So that was nice. It was a really cute little neighborhood. Didn't have to worry about traffic too much. But one time we had a blizzard, and it was a big snowstorm. We had like 3 feet of snow, and I had to walk the dog, and my baby was a baby, and my friend came over, and she was taking care of my baby, and I went to go walk her dog, and the dog went to go sniff outside of a snowbank and got clipped by a car.
Oh no.
It was insane. She lived. But she like spun around in a circle. It was crazy. I had to like carry her home. And then some like jogger was behind me, and she like saw the whole thing, and she like helped me walk home, because I was like had PTSD from having seen that. The guy just kept going like nothing even, It was like, oh, it happened so fast. Couldn't even get the license plate, But,
oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It was.
Glad the dog was okay.
Poor Misty. Yeah, she was good for a couple years.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully that had nothing to do with it.
The snowstorm stuff. I just can't do that anymore.
See, I'm like, dude, I'm totally out. I don't like snowstorms and the cold weather and the aging and the athleticism and my joints.
Even like January, February gets cold here, and I try and get out of town for a little bit.
It is cold here.
You just start wearing all the stuff, and then you're like, have your coat on, and then it's like you're inside, and then you're hot again, and you take all the layers off, and then it's like.
Yeah.
I just like not having to deal with that.
Well, I freaking think it's hilarious when we go to these kids like flag football games or something, and there are people out there with like a legit blanket, and like they just don't even have do you not have a jacket? Like they don't have jackets. I'm like, were you not expecting it to ever get cold ever? But anyways, they go out there like full blanket. But then I'm like, I hope you're going home and washing that blanket after having been at the football game the whole time. I get a little bit weirded out.
Not going to bed with it or something.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing with these blankets? All these people with these crazy blankets, they're insane. Oh man. But anyways, so what are we doing? We're going to go to Bali next year?
Yeah, I'm going. Well, no, I'm not going to Bali. I'm going to
Indonesia.
Yeah,
Indonesia.
A different part called the Mentawais. It's like a chain of islands.
The Mentawais?
Yeah, the Mentawais. It's like Mentawais. Okay. And it's just like a little chain of islands, and you take a boat and go through there's like 1,000 really good waves, and the boat just takes you. It's like a surf charter. They take you to wherever the waves are going to be good, and you just wake up in this channel next to an island, and the waves are really really good. And
so it's almost like a cruise. So you just like stay on the boat the whole time?
Exactly. It's like a cruise, but we're surfing. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's just a smaller scale. It's only like 10 of us, and they cook, 3 meals a day for you. And, it's, have beers on the boat at the end of the day. It's awesome.
That's wicked cool. So then the kids are going to come too?
No, this is like, I don't think my wife she wouldn't be able to handle it. It's like it's like basic living, and it's like you're surfing all day. So there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, okay.
So,
what are the kids going to do all day?
Yeah, so it's just, you're surfing from sun up to sundown, and the waves are so good, that's what you want to be doing.
Right, yeah.
They fish like in between traveling to surf spots. Like we caught a huge wahoo last time and had fresh wahoo on the boat, and it's really fun. It's the best surf you can get in the world almost, so I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. You kind of fit in like a year's worth of surfing in 10 days and come back and you're pretty set for a little while.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's fun. I have a friend who's actually like 78 years old, and we go to lunch like every Friday, me and my buddy Tim, and he's a surfer too, and he's like always like talking about like all the best places to go surfing and all this stuff. It was hilarious. We went to this Realtor event for Valentine's Day called Have a Heart, and then we were like looking at some of the stuff that they had on auction. Some surfer had some art, and it was like pictures of him surfing different places. And then my friend's like, oh my God, I was there. And they ended up meeting, and they were talking about like being in the same place like 40 years ago or something.
Wow.
Like at the same time. Like, so imagine being in like
Small
your 80s
world.
talking to like people like, oh, I remember we were both in the Maldives. What was it called? Maldives?
The Mentwise.
Mentwise.
Yeah. Mentwise, yep. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, I've been to like different ashrams like India, and then there's one in Bahamas.
Oh yeah, India I heard is amazing.
Oh yeah, so Rishikesh is the home of yoga, and it's like in like the northern third of India, whatever. So we like went to New Delhi, we went to the Himalayas,
wow.
And we went to Rishikesh, and then we went back to New Delhi, and then we went to Goa, I think, and then we went to Mumbai, and then we went to Chennai, a lot of yoga there? And then we went to New Delhi. So this was actually a work trip for my husband.
Oh wow!
So, but we.
And what do you do for work?
He sells satellite service to internet people. So if anybody wants to be like an internet dealer, let me know.
Okay.
I sell internet. So you can be a dealer. He said everybody can do it. Like I guess a lot of people that like own a U-Haul dealership might do it. Stuff like that. I don't know, maybe a convenience store, but like anybody could do it. I don't know. So I was actually talking to one guy that was on my softball league, and he was saying he used to be a dealer, and he doesn't seem like he does anything. So, but he does that. So, so it's really interesting stuff that I don't know anything about. Call my husband. I'll give you his number. But so I'm certified.
What brought that business out to India?
So he has this guy who owns this company in New Delhi, and then that guy runs call centers. So then he's like a big client. So they have like an internet service. I don't know, man.
So you just went out to like check him out and meet him.
So they're very friendly. So they do a lot of business together. So they become friend level. So honestly, like they took us on a 2-week tour of India.
Wow.
And they were like, literally the head guy was just driving us around in his Mini Cooper like the whole time.
Wow.
And then anytime we passed, so we were in Rishikesh, and I saw the international. So this is the Shivananda Yoga Vedanta Center. It's called the Divine Life Society.
Oh wow!
So the Divine Life Society is also headquartered in Rishikesh, and we saw this logo at like 9:00 at night, and we were just driving by, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's it!" And then we pulled over, we got to go see it, and we just like walked in and just got to go like touch stuff, and then left. And then in New Delhi, there's another Shivananda Yoga Center in New Delhi, and I did go there, and I took a class, and I cried, and it was beautiful.
No way.
Yeah. So, and then we got to go see the Lotus Temple. We saw it. Yeah. So I did a lot of yoga on my own, but it wasn't like a yoga trip. It was my husband's trip that he let me go with him.
I hear people like go and like have trouble leaving because it's so awesome.
But yeah, same thing. Like with your buddy from Bali, he's just like, why?
What's like?
They're like, what? They're like, oh, it's time to go home. He's like, is it? What if I am home?
Exactly.
What if I've been home this whole time?
Yeah, he's fully on the like experiences over possessions and.
Yeah, I'm saying. So my husband and I, when we got rid of all of our stuff, we put everything in storage. I quit my job, and what happened was actually I was selling advertising, and it was in September that I decided that we should go on this trip, and we scheduled it for February. So then I went to my work like the next day or whatever, and I was like, hey, just to let you know, I have a trip coming up in February, and I'm not going to be here for 2 months. They're like, you can't do that. And I was like, oh, what can I do? Because the booking is done. It's not undoing, and I'm not undoing it.
Right.
And they said, well, I guess we're going to have to terminate you when your trip starts, and then we could rehire you when you come back. It's like, cool.
That works great.
So, but then I was in sales, right? So I had like a 30,000 minimum sales that I was supposed to be selling in advertising, but most of the time we did like 50. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people on the team, and then this other guy had like Rocky had did like 100. But I did like, between my 40, 50, whatever. So it's September, I like hit 30. October, I hit 30. November, I think I hit 30. December, I was on track to maybe hit 30. And then in December, at the end of December, they fired me like for poor performance. But then in Massachusetts, you're eligible for unemployment if you're in a sales position, and as long as it's like not like gross negligence or something or whatever. So they didn't fire me for gross negligence because I didn't do anything wrong,
Sure.
Whatever. It was just like
so you
performance
got
issues.
So collect a couple of checks while you're gone?
Dude, I collected unemployment for a year. And that's why I went on this 2-month trip to Malaysia. And when I came back, and I was like, I guess I'll just go on another 2-month trip to a yoga ashram and just live there for a while.
Keep riding the wave, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it was February until March that we went to Malaysia, and we scattered in a couple of trips also to Thailand, 2 different trips to Thailand. And then we came back, and then in September, so in Malaysia, the guy that had that yoga studio that was next to the pub where we watched the Super Bowl, and we started doing yoga there every day. And he was a Shivananda yoga teacher. So he told me, he's like, oh, you should become a yoga teacher, and you should go to a yoga center by Shivananda. And he said there was one there's like literally like 5 in India, but there was like one in southern India called Trivandrum, India. And I like really wanted to go to that one, but I didn't go to that one. But the closest one to Massachusetts was in Woodbourne, New York. So I went there.
Okay.
And this is a picture from this ashram. Actually, this is the picture of the ashram that I took.
Oh, wow.
And I made it into a backdrop actually just recently. And I was like, I didn't realize that I could do a customized backdrop until recently. And I'm very excited because all these other ones, I like order all these backdrops. And,
yeah, you made your own.
Yeah, I finally
was a story to it.
Yes. This is where I would meditate, actually. This was right where we'd eat. We would eat
really?
here, and then you'd see that or whatever. And then looking this way would be like the buildings.
Meditating's great. I need to do more of that.
Yes. Meditation
quiet
is
time and
very
breathing
important.
Nice.
Yeah. We would meditate.
A lot of noise in my house.
You
2
know,
young kids.
the funny thing about meditation, and my husband likes to pretend that he's meditating too, but then he'll like take the batteries out of my clock. And he's like, oh, I can't hear the clicking of the clock. I'm like, the meditation is to turn off outside noise and figure out a way to get rid of it within yourself and whatever. Mm-hmm. So stop fucking with my clock. I made that clock with these hands, and I was like, why are you desecrating my clock?
Oh, it was a homemade clock?
It was a homemade. It was like a craft night. It was like a ladies' crafty night, whatever. So like I made the clock. They gave me all the pieces, and I made it. And I was like, wow, I didn't know this is how you make a clock. This is way easier than I thought it was.
That was awesome.
But yeah, so surfing is the only thing that you do?
Oh, no, I golf too.
And golf? Okay.
Yeah, surf, golf, yoga is probably the main stuff. I mean, if I could do a lot of different other hobbies, but I have to kind of limit them just because, work and family take up so much of my time.
I'm like, I love tennis, but I haven't played tennis in years.
Yeah, that too. Like, I love tennis. Would love to do so many other things, but time's only, limited. And I just like being around my kids and watching them grow up is like so critical. I feel like it's only a finite time. They're so young and little. It's like I try and spend most of my time doing that, but occasionally I get to surf. Occasionally I play golf maybe once or twice a month, Mm-hmm. So try and squeeze in a couple personal activities, but most of the time I'm with the fam.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they need us, they can't do anything without us. What are we going to do? Mm-hmm. What was the point of having these kids if you're not going to be there with them anyways? Honestly, I tried hiring a nanny, and dude, paying an hourly nanny and then like telling her exactly what to do all the time anyways, and just like not doing it yourself is just like, it's pure insanity. Just do this on my own. It is insanity. I think it's part of the first time that I went crazy.
Yeah, and plus,
yeah,
it's difficult sometimes when they're not doing it. Do what you ask, and you have to like micromanage a little bit. It's you want something done right, you got to do it yourself sometimes. Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
Yep. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
Honored to be on your podcast, Amber.
I appreciate you. And here is John's contact info right over here, as you can see, and in the description. So call him if you want a mortgage, but call me first so that we can all work together and we'll triangulate.
Yes, you sell the desirable product, the home, right? I just handle the financing and the means to purchase if you do need that, So it's funny, everyone doesn't want to wake up and get into 30 years of a mortgage debt, right? But it's sometimes necessary. So I'm here to help if and when it's needed. But you sell the desirable product, right? The home. So
we'll get them. Meet the desirable, meet the needs. That's all we got to do. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Woo!